Now, on the left side, I think you keep a little quiet over there. You're distracting everybody.
Sidebar.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to speed up the process?
Yeah.
Just a couple more. Good evening and welcome to the Monday, July 27th, 2026 meeting of the Martinsville Board of Works and Safety. Meeting is hereby called to order. Mr. Mayor, would you please call roll?
Kelly Bray,
Present.
Mayor Costin,
Present.
John Lillywhite.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Prior to tonight's meeting, each of you received a copy of the Monday, July 13th meeting minutes for your review. Any questions or comments?
No, and I'd motion that we approve those minutes.
I was absent, so I'm going to abstain.
Well, then I will second that motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have 2 for, 1 abstaining. Also, prior to tonight's meeting, you each received a copy of the claims for review. Any questions or comments regarding the claims?
No, I don't have any questions.
I don't either. I'll make a motion, we accept the claims.
And I would second that motion.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the claims as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. Sewer adjustments tonight, there's 4 important ones and 1 that we could probably just throw out, but we'll go through them. 609 South Grant Street, $136.25. 489 North Jefferson Street, $83.32. 2110 Mahaley'sville Road, number 410, $937.96. 160 Byron Boulevard, $183.53. And 115 Cleveland Drive, $322.04.
Are we skipping out on the Lincoln Street? The first one?
My first one was a grant.
260.
Did I leave one off the list?
Yeah, I've got one here at 260 South Lincoln, just,
That is my error, I apologize. That should be
it's
included.
$1,486.31. So we have 6 tonight. I apologize for that.
I'm fine on all of them. The Lincoln, Mac, is there anything that we need to know about that? It looks like they've had one previous.
They had one in April, it was $5,666.
Oh.
It was their main water line going in, and that was legit. Now they've had, this is a split in an interior wall. There is a repair bill of about $2,900. So strike two. I just would caution you, we'll keep an eye. Hopefully there's no more.
Okay. In that case, I would motion that we approve these as presented.
I will second that motion since one of the address 49 North Jefferson is Mrs. Bray's address, so she's going to abstain tonight on those. So we have a motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So it will be 2 for, 1 abstaining. Mr. Dunn, you want a conversation on the bid for the State Road 44 water and sewer extension?
Yep. The first one is the award of the bid for State Road 44, the water and sewer extension. Dan Barrett was gonna be here, he is not here, he was gonna go through this for us. It's not a problem. He received and reviewed 11 bids that we received for this project, and the lowest bid was Reed and Sons Construction out of Bloomington, Indiana, for $635,176.35. It's United Consulting is the engineering firm. Dan and his team went through all of them, and specifically Reed and Sons. They have done work for us in the past. They have done good work. He saw that everything was in full compliance bid-wise. So our recommendation is to accept the Reed and Sons construction for $635,176.35.
So as I understand it, we, the last time made a motion to just go ahead and empower you guys to accept it, so we don't need to make another motion, right? This is
That's correct. What he's doing is
Yeah.
just conveying who was the one
Perfect.
who did.
Just to make sure we're,
fantastic.
yep.
Then you're still up the bid for the wastewater treatment
Yep.
plant improvements.
Wastewater treatment improvement project, this is where we're gonna redo the UV and the grit removal. We received 5 bids on July 13th. The base bids ranged from a high of $1.5 million to $1,073,000. The low bid of $1,073,000 was submitted by Pace Contracting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Dick Weigel, I apologize, with HWC is here, and his team fully vetted their references. They talked to several municipalities that have done business with them, and there was one of HWC's engineers who has worked with them before he came to work with HWC, had a very good, positive working relationship with them. They do good work. So they found the bid was complete and in conformance with the bidding requirements. So based on that, I ask that you approve Pace Contracting, their bid, and authorize the mayor, if you would, to sign tonight so we can get the equipment going. We're kind of on a time frame on this one. We're working with a grant. we'd like to get going. But if you have any questions, I'd turn it over to Dick. He could answer anything specifically you might have.
I don't have any, we talked about this the last time. Kelly, if you don't have questions, I'd motion that we accept your recommendation and approve that contract.
I'll second it.
It's been a motion made and seconded to award Pace out of Louisville the bid for the wastewater treatment plant improvements, a total of $1,073,000. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Merida, the resolution 2026-0723.
Yes, before you tonight's resolution 2026-0723. This will look fairly familiar because you passed a similar resolution 2 years ago. We would like to make one minor change to that. It's in the third paragraph. It's the fourth line down. Previously, trash brought to the city of Martinsville transfer station from the public was assessed at a cost of $50 up to 1,000 pounds. And the amount after that per 20 pounds was 70 cents. If you take that $50 and divide that by the 20 pounds, it comes up to $1. So it's causing confusion when people were bringing things to the transfer station. We were having to calculate the $1 per 20 pounds, and then once they hit 1,000 pounds, then it transitioned to 70 cents. So our request is just to change that from 70 cents per 20 pounds to $1, as it's in this resolution. That's the only change. Everything else stayed the same. Besides, we did add some clarifying information per Mr. Dunn's request, just so folks knew what fit into what category, because there's some confusion with that too.
I don't have any questions on that. I would motion that we approve that change, or rather that resolution.
And I'll second it.
It's been a motion made and seconded to approve resolution 2026-0723 in the collection fees at the transfer station. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, none. The motion carries. Mr. Dunn, you want to talk about the,
Consulting?
uh-huh,
We have been in discussions with Klein Peter Consulting regarding an Okra grant that we're wanting to go after to help us address stormwater issues on Home Avenue and the surrounding neighborhood. We're looking at trying to reach as far as from Home to Lincoln and from Columbus to York. So it's about a 40-block area. We're hopeful that we can, we're still in the very early stages, but we're hoping that we can improve the stormwater situation in that neighborhood. Before you apply for an Okra grant, you have to do an environmental review for the proposed project. Very rough estimate to do this stormwater work. And again, this is just a rough estimate. We're probably looking at a couple $1 million. The grant would cover approximately 1/3 of it. If we're successful, we'd pay cash for the balance. And this contract covers the scope and fee to conduct that review, the environmental review that we have to do ahead of time. So I'm asking you to approve this contract for $5,000.
So the contract is $5,000, and if we get the grant, it'll pay for a third.
Yeah, if we get the grant, as you know, there's other fees that we will be paying to them, but it will come out of the grant.
This is not, this is outside of the grant, this 5,000 for the
Right.
environmental study.
I understand that. So then my question is do we have the other 2/3 to pay for the project?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I would motion that we approve the request for the environmental review contract with Klein Peter Consulting Group.
I'll second it.
it's been a motion made and seconded to approve the environmental review contract. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, opposed, no. The motion carries. Mr. Dunn?
One more. Okay, this is on East Harrison, traditionally, there's been no parking on the south side of East Harrison Street. Everybody's been aware of it, everybody's honored it, whether there's a sign there or not. There are no parking signs from Main to Colfax on the south side. That's 8 blocks. There's 1 block, Colfax to St. Clair, where there's no sign, and people are now starting to park on the south side of the street there. And then from St. Clair to Home, there's 2 more blocks. There's no parking on the south side. You cross Home, there are 6 blocks. And on the south side, there's no sign. There's no parking sign, nothing. But very rarely does anybody park there. Every once in a while, there's one gentleman that'll pull his truck out there for a short while. But you get to the Catholic Church, no parking all the way to East Morgan. So for the sake of consistency, the problem is right in that 1 block where now we've got people parking on both sides of East Harrison, it is really restricted. And I'm questioning if a fire truck could even get through there at times. You'd have to hold your breath. So that's why I think for the sake of consistency, let's go ahead and make my recommendation is for you to consider making the south side of East Harrison from Main to East Morgan, no parking.
I've walked Harrison a lot because I live there. I know your wife walks it too.
Yeah.
Where the new homes are there on Harrison, that definitely needs to be fixed. But just east of Home Avenue,
Yep.
there's some homeowners there that have parked on the south side for years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless they've moved.
The one
I
on
mean,
the corner
they're gonna be like, what in the world? I mean, I don't know if the road gets wider there and they thought they could just do it, or if there were signs before. I mean,
I think there used to be signs.
Yeah.
When you're in high school, you don't pay attention to,
Did
what's
they have
what.
signs back then?
No.
I mean, even if it does cause a little bit of frustration, I think it's gonna be a lot safer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. I
do
mean,
you-
they can park on the north side.
Would you want to table this the next meeting so you can have a chance to go look at it? or Do you feel comfortable?
No,
enough?
I'm very comfortable with it, and I completely agree with it, so I'm happy to motion that we approve that recommendation and put no parking from Main all the way to East Morgan on Harrison,
And I'll second it.
Okay.
on the south side.
It's been a motion made and seconded to make no parking from Main to Morgan on East Harrison Street on the south side. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, no. The motion carries.
Thank you.
I did have one on Sycamore between Harrison and Cunningham specifically. There are no parking signs, or at least there is one, I think, on the east side of the street. They're starting to get parking on both sides, and there are kids there, and they frequently pop out. I legitimately think it's kind of unsafe, and I can barely get my car through there sometimes. Maybe we can take a look at that, or whomever is the right person to look at that.
We can ask Chief Manley to look at that and then come back next month or next meeting.
Perfect.
No, Sycamore between what block?
Just Harrison to Cunningham. And I mean, I think there may already be a no parking there. It's definitely not, it's a very old sign. So,
Okay. Last thing on the agenda is again dealing with parking. At the Martinsville Entertainment Theater, it would be nice to have the first parking space to the west of the alley that runs north-south that's been restricted. Make that a loading zone, parking only. There is a resident that seems to always be parked in that spot, and it would be nice for events going on in the theater to be able to come in, let somebody pull in there, drop somebody off, and go on. I would recommend, go by and look at it, see what you think. With the alley being there, and if we make that first space unloading and loading zone, that gives a nice wide area for somebody to pull in there safely and then come back out. And so I would just, we can put this on the agenda for the next meeting, but if you would just look at that, be thinking about it. Next regular meeting of the Board of Works and Safety will be on Monday, August the 10th, 6:30, here in the council chambers. If nothing else, we are adjourned.